Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today I am doing a book review video where I will be reviewing books that I have with me. So let's start the video. So the first book we will review is this book, Deep Work by Cal Newport, and this book is about the topic deep work, in which the authors tell us that for us to make a meaningful work we have to engage in the work for more than 3-4 hours, or do the work for full concentration. And he has written about various techniques that we can apply to make our work more effective and complete the work on time. So I will give it a 7 out of 10 because even though the book is effective, it has a lot of theory, and I also think that the some points are not that much applicable right now currently. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for this book. The second book is The Courage to be Disliked by Ichiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga. So in this book, a young person is talking to a philosopher, and he is asking to the philosopher that world is a dark place, nothing is happiness, or world uh, is not a good place, and we try to fake ourselves or make the world seem like a good place to live, but world being a good place or you being able to change and achieve success is a myth. And with this query he goes to the philosopher, and then the philosopher and this young man talk about these things, and he by interacting with philosopher, the young man gains new knowledge about the world or about his own thinking about the world. So this book is very interesting, and it is very engaging and deep, and mentions new ideas and new philosophies. So I do want you to read this book, and this book is really effective, so I will give this book 9 out of 10. And this book is written in very engaging manner, so it is a plus point for this book. So the next book we will review is Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman, and this is a vast book, heavy book, and it is a psychology book. So it goes into concepts that are new, but because of the internet we already know about some of the concepts, but it is very engaging book, and the information in this book is very helpful in real life, and you will know about how your brain works and how emotional intelligence is so important in our life. We only give importance to logical intelligence or rational intelligence, and we don't really know much about our emotions, although they guide us in every situation and they lead us in crisis situations we don't think with our logical mind. So this book is really necessary, I would say, to read, and it is 9.5 to 10, and I like psychology, so it is my personal favorite book, one of the personal favorite, Emotional Intelligence. So you can read this book, although it is a little bulky, so take your time with reading it. The next book is Ikigai by Hector Garcia and Francesc Miralles. So this book talks about Ikigai, which is a Japanese phenomena or a Japanese way of thinking by which people live, and it has several points about living with the Ikigai mindset. Ikigai is a mindset by which people follow to live. To be honest, it is a way, it is not I had high expectations from this book, but it is not quite the book that I thought it would be. It has ideas uh, s- that are common sense ideas, and someone can read if he wants to, but I don't think it offers a very new information, or the concept of ikigai is that new, but it is a good read. I will give it a 6 out of 10. Then the next book is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen, and this is a very short book, like 90 pages. And I think I ordered a short book. It has to be have some old book, and some uh, original version should be uh, little thick, but it is a thin book as of right now with me. So this is the first book that I ordered because it was very easy to purchase, or very not very expensive to purchase. It talks about that how our thinking can affect our behavior, and how much thinking can change our uh, our life, how much change in our thoughts can change in our personality and behavior, and in our life also. So as of the period that the book was written in, it was a very revolutionary idea, because people really didn't engage in their thoughts, or like analyze their thoughts that much. But we have so much information about thinking, and the ideas related to thinking. So I think these books will sound very repetitive if you have engaged in the content that focused on thoughts, but because it is a very simple book, and a very thin book, and offers a lot of relevant information even for today, and it is written in very engaging way, I will give it a 7 out of 10. Now the books I will be reviewing is my personal favorites are my personal favorites. The first one of the list is Atomic Habits by James Clear, and it is a famous book, and also a little people think it is a overrated book because it has been talked about so much. So what is about this? Is this book really helpful or not? So I think the book is really helpful, really practical, and one book, if you want to read one book that can help you improve your life in real time, this is the book. Like, I don't recommend other books, but uh, that much if you are not a person who don't like to read books. But if you want to change your life and need some practical help and guidance, I think Atomic Habits, sorry for the interruption. So, Atomic Habits is one book that I will recommend to make practical change in this life. Uh, the author is talking about 1% change every day, 1% improvement every day, and also the laws of behavior change. Also, to talk, author talks about identity change and how it will help to improve in your life, and how it will help in building your habits. So I totally recommend this book. It is practical book, and you can implement it, and if you implement the ideas of this book, you will surely see change in your life. So a 10 on 10 for this book. I don't have any complaints. Then this is my rank 2. It was rank 3. Atomic Number is top 3, and this book is in my top 2. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. And if you are a person who is searching for meaning, and who wants to find meaning, but is unable to find it, and you feel very lost in life, you don't know what to do with your time, and you have existential questions. So I think there are not many people who get existential question, but those people who do get existential questions live a very different life, and they want to find the answers of questions like why life and why meaning. So to answer both of this question, I think this is the perfect book, Why Life and Why Meaning. This is written by Viktor E. Frankl, who has survived the Nazi concentration camp during World War II, and he has given a therapy, logotherapy, which is the therapy of meaning. Like people live for meaning, and finding meaning is the aim of life. Yeah, by finding meaning, you can live your life with meaning and purpose. So this book is very heavy book. I would recommend, like, you should be 18 about to read this book, I think. And also you should, you I think it is a heavy book. So like, remember that he has written about his experience of camps, and what he saw there, and also about his therapy. But it will really change your life and your perspective to see life, and will give you immense strength and courage to live life and a way to find meaning in your life. So 100 out of 10. Like, this book is the book if you want to change your mindset, if you want to know what is meaning of life, if you want to live your life with meaning and purpose. This book can really help you find it. So I recommend it 1,000 times. I think that people don't talk about this book much, and I haven't seen, I have seen some videos but not many. So I will totally recommend it to view this book. But just remember that it has some dark chapters, and be be ready and be open to the knowledge that this book gives you. So, time for the big reveal, the number one, my favorite book, and the rank one in the book list. So, it is this book, The Myth of Sisyphus by Albert Camus. And this book is very different from my rank second. And this is Albert Camus was a philosopher who was also living in 1942 Germany. uh, Around that time, not living in, but he was around, he had written this book around that time. And this books talk about a concept called absurdism, or not in very much depth, but this book give you a philosophy which talks about that life can be lived without meaning, and life should be lived, and we shouldn't waste life for searching for meaning. So these two books are very contradictory books, but also they complement it, they go together very well. Because Albert Camus is talking about a person who wanted to try find meaning, but he didn't find it. Yeah, she didn't find it. Because we look for meaning, and sometimes we really don't come across some meaning, or the meaning we come across doesn't feel real to us, and we face this thing called the absurd, where everything we do is meaningless and everything we see is meaningless. So when we reach that point, it also, in the journey of finding meaning, so what should we do that we didn't find any meaning, or we are not living any meaningful things or doing any meaningful things? So Albert Camus says that you can live without meaning, and living without meaning is not like living a meaningless life. Living without meaning is not a like equal to meaningless life. It it wants to say to you that stop finding meaning, stop finding answers to all this existential question, and give up on this quest and live in the present moment. Live truly, like, find meaning or don't find meaning, but try to live. Don't give up on your life, and live every day. Like, live just don't find meaning, just live. So I think this is the book, this is the book that helped me the most, because I was also trying to find meaning or purpose in life, but I didn't find any great meaning or purpose. So when I come across this book, it really helped me. And the story of Sisyphus, that uh, it is not really important to find meaning. We can just live, and to live it really, matlab, you have to live your life like you enjoy living your life. So the quest to find meaning should not be so that you forgot to live. अगर मीनिंग पाने की कोई क्वेस्ट भी है, तो उस क्वेस्ट के साथ साथ जीना भी चाहिए, मतलब जीना नहीं छोड़ना चाहिए मीनिंग ढूंढने के चक्कर में। और अगर मीनिंग नहीं भी मिली है तब भी जीना चाहिए, मतलब जीना तो चाहिए। और जी तो अपने मतलब जीना भी ऐसे कि आप लाइफ को बोलो कि अगर तुम मीनिंग नहीं भी प्रोवाइड करोगे तब भी मैं अपना बेस्ट जीऊँगा, अपना हैप्पीएस्ट जीऊँगा, और लाइफ को फुल्ली जीऊँगा, विदाउट मीनिंग, विदाउट एनी पर्पस। सो लिव फुल्ली इवन विदाउट मीनिंग एंड विदाउट पर्पस। दिस इज़ द मैसेज ऑफ दिस बुक, एल्बर्ट कैमू। एंड आई वुड advise you to read about absurdism, what is the philosophy of absurdism, to read about the absurd hero Sisyphus, and what is the myth of Sisyphus. So this is my number one book. It is my number one book, but I can't give it a 10 out of 10, because the wordings in this book is very heavy. Like, to read one sentence and to make meaning out of it, you will take a lot of time. Like, one word is very heavy, every sentence is heavy, and he has written this book in 1942, so the English is also very heavy. So a normal person like me who wants to read simple book won't be enjoy this book if he goes to read it. Like, the message is perfect, but the writing, I don't think is very simple or easy to understand. It is a philosophy book, so the writing is very philosophical, and it is a essay type book. So it is 9.5 out of 10. I deduct the half marks because of the heavy writing, but you should totally read it. Even if you don't read this book, you should go watch summary of this book to get the idea of absurdism and what Albert Camus was trying to say about meaning and meaninglessness. And 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 this is the video, guys. So let's talk a little more about how different these two books are, and why I am recommending them both to read you. First book is very much about living life and finding meaning in life, and second book about living life but without finding any meaning if you didn't find it. Is so I think both are very complementary. Both like want you to live life fully, like give meaning, find meaning in suffering. One want you to find meaning in suffering and hope in every condition, and other wants you to live like don't wait for hope or meaning, but live fully in the moment. Enjoy every uh, circumstances, even if it is not what you are, or even of what you think you wanted, or even if the circumstances are very against you, you can be happy. You can be happy in those circumstances. And this book is uh, saying something similar, that even if circumstances against you, you can find meaning and live. So I think the both, they are different paths to live, and they can interconnect at different points, and they are interconnected for me. And both books have very much affected my life and my sense of being. Both gave me joy and purpose to live. And yeah, the myth of Sisyphus helped me in making decisions I otherwise would not make, because sometimes we want to do things in life that that are just because we enjoy doing them, like hobbies or going out. And I was the person who didn't believe we who didn't think who didn't do things without a reason, because I wanted to find reason in everything. So I think by reading this book I helped that why I want to make like all these connections, or why do I want to make sense of everything. Like some things can be nonsense, some things can be just chaos, and the universe doesn't have to be alignment or meaning or purpose so for me to experience joy and living. So this book really helped me in making decision in the moment, living life and enjoy moment, and even making mistakes. Like if I make mistakes, my life isn't ruined. Like that kind of feeling I get from this book. So I really advise you to read these books. In the last segment, I want to talk about the books I am going to read, and if you want a review of them, comment in the comment box below. And like, if you like the video, and comment what did you like about the video, what are your favorite books, and did you read any of the book that I recommended. And the new books that I am going to read is Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. I haven't read this book, so I will read it. Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. And this is a fictional book, I think. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. So this is the book list that I will be covering in the next video, if you want to make me another video. So see you later guys. Please like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos about books and their reviews. And bye, see you.